All right, I've got a question for you today.
Yes.
You care about mental health and you want to check in with your teenager, but you're concerned that if you bring up suicide, you're going to introduce this idea to them. How do you go about having that conversation?
Yeah, suicide's a scary word. And I think it's good to acknowledge and to say it. And so you can, if you say it, it's not like Voldemort, right? You take the power, or maybe it is like Voldemort. You take the power away when you say it. You're not afraid to say it. So to answer your question, my belief is if you're not acknowledging it, it doesn't mean it's not there. So my job is to acknowledge it.
I even, might sound silly, but I've even asked parents, rehearse it.
Yeah.
Say the words.
Right.
Because I've said them for, years in my profession, and it still sticks sometimes when it comes out, and just rehearsing it.
Yeah.
It's okay to be uncomfortable.
So when you get down to the, you're dialoguing, you're talking, and you got it, like, okay, victory. And then it's okay, we've got a challenge here that we need to tackle. How do you balance the I accept, but then I'm making judgments so we can move on to the next steps or what we need to do to get better?
It's a fantastic question, and the kind of the bottom line that I give to parents too is make sure that you know your non-negotiables and that your kids know them too. So I think an example I can give pretty specific to this scenario is your kids should know that my lens of observation to judge, right, listening to judge, is safety. Because my non-negotiable is you're not safe. These are my non-negotiables, and guess what? Everything else is negotiable. Everything else can come with the conversation. I want to leave space for that, just as much as I want you to understand that these are not up for discussion.
Because the non-negotiables are off the table.
They're non-negotiable.
By definition.
By definition.
Yeah.
Right, and so purposefully set them aside and say, hey, anything else we can talk about? Is it something about today? Right, that key question of what happened, right? Because we always go, what's wrong? Ooh, judgment question, right? If I've ever heard, we're already judging that something's wrong. Hey, right, what's going on? How was today? What happened? Anything happen? Using some of those different words to elicit some different responses from your kid could help.